Hello, I am Marcus and welcome to a new episode of EV Journey. Now today we're going to actually hire a Model 3 long range for the whole day, and we're going to see if we can drive it from Lisbon to the Algarve and back. So that's around 600 kilometers, and I'm doing this with my new co-host Helder. Say hello, Helder.
Hello.
So we are not going to do the full review of the Model 3 like most people have done, and you can already see that on the internet. No, we're going to get in the car, have some fun, see if it can go to the Algarve, and we're going to give you our impressions of it. So this is the first EV that we're ever going to drive. So we're not starting with some rubbish like the Leaf or the Zoe. No, we're going straight for the king of EVs, which is the Model 3 long range. So if we really like this car, in the end we'll give you the opinion if we want this car, if we don't want this car. Obviously we've only ever driven petrol or diesel cars before. How excited are you that we're going to drive a Model 3 long range today?
I'm really excited.
As you can tell. Obviously we're not going to say if the car looks nice or that, you can figure that out yourself. We're not going to do boot size. What we're going to do, we're going to drive it, we're going to have some fun, and in the end we're going to see, would we buy a Tesla Model 3, and if I absolutely love it, I can cancel my ID.3 order and get a Tesla Model 3 instead, but only the short range because this long range is a bit too expensive. But anyway, we're going to have lots of fun, and we're going to see if we can drive to the Algarve without having too much range anxiety, and if we do prefer electricity over petrol or diesel. I thought it's better to put it in chill mode first because how do we get it into mine? It's car
Driving?
No, driving, is it?
Oh, to put what?
On
yours. Just
yeah.
put there.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Navigate. We want to go to a Supercharger Caca do Sal. We have to put the car there, don't we? Air conditioning on. Drive. Wait, did you feel that, do you, Aldo?
Huh? Oh, don't worry. This is really nice.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
He seems a bit worried about giving the cars.
Yeah, I would be.
Oh, you don't see anything out the back. You can put a camera. You can. There's a function here where you can see always out the back camera. So now we've just got the Model 3. The first time we're driving it. So the tablet is better than I thought, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to get out of these country lanes and out of the town, and we're going to go onto the motorway, and we're going to go towards the Algarve. So currently we've got 89% charge, and we're going to stop at a supercharger on the way to the Algarve. We don't need to, it just stops on its own, you see. Yeah. It's amazing. I haven't even pressed the, is that indicator, is it? I haven't even pressed the brake pedal yet, that just stopped on its own. That's pretty amazing. And it stopped before I got to the junction, so I wasn't expecting that.
Is it the same in the ID.3?
No, so it holds, but you have to press the brake for it to stop completely on the ID.3. Been a bit cautious here because I've never driven the car. I haven't touched the brake, it just stops on its own. It's amazing. We'll have to show it to an umbrella because we might have to cancel an order.
It's not much more expensive, is it?
No, it's not much more expensive. I can afford the short range.
You what?
I can afford it, the short range one, not the long range, but I can afford the short range.
How many kilometers is short range?
409.
It's enough.
Mine's 420.
It's almost like the ID.3.
Yeah, it's the same as ID.3. So one thing I'm really liking in this car so far, the seats feel really comfortable. What do you think? How do they feel? Comfortable?
Really?
Yeah, really comfortable. I wasn't expecting it to feel so comfortable. We've got it in chill mode because I'm a bit worried about acceleration as we're going through the town. And also the steering wheel feels really nice. So I was expecting the car to be much worse quality, but it seems fine. I'm not going to hit plastics or anything, but everything seems fine. It seems very comfortable. This is much larger than I was expecting. The tablet's larger than I was expecting, and the quality of it is better than I was expecting. It's really just like a big iPad stuck to the car.
This is a little bit strange, but yeah. Why not?
Oh, here we go. Oh, look, the petrol cars are out accelerating me. That's how slow I am. This is ridiculous. I'm ashamed to Tesla being out accelerated by petrol cars, but I'm taking it easy until I get used to the car. A real Tesla fanboy would be overtaking cars somehow by now here. So I don't know, I don't find the car particularly quiet. I thought it'd be quieter. I don't find it much different to my petrol car or your diesel car, to be honest, Aldo. What do you think?
Yeah. I was thinking of that.
Everybody says how quiet.
It's almost the same noise.
Yes.
I think we'll see it on the motorway. Might
Yes.
make the difference. But here at the moment, it's exactly the same, almost exactly the same.
I don't feel like I'm in something that's extremely quiet. Just to me, the sound seems to be similar to a petrol or diesel car, to be honest. So that's what I was surprised at, because the first time in an electric car, I expected to be really, really quiet, like everyone says. But to me, I don't notice much difference. And it's not windy or anything today. We haven't gone quick yet, have we? No. But the steering seems really nice. It seems to really hold to the road, this car. I don't know what the tyre size is on it to have. It's a long range. They seem quite big, didn't they, Aldo? So let's just put our foot down. Whoa! 120, is it? Yeah. It's the acceleration's quick and this is chill mode, Aldo. I don't really want to go over 120.
Are we on chill or on standard?
It's chill.
Put it in chill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can change it to standard, but once we get out of Lisbon, we put to standard so that we can really test the acceleration. But even here, as you see, I'm trying to keep to 120. He says if I put the thing down once, I've got cruise control, and here we've got a speed camera, so I really don't want to go over 120. But the acceleration there was just phenomenal, didn't you think so, Aldo? And that, my foot wasn't even to the floor.
But you don't really feel it.
No, we'll see in a minute, yeah. No, but you could see the acceleration. It was overtaking the other cars quite nice. It's not this one we want, it's the next one.
As a passenger, I didn't feel it.
Yes, it's been chill. Wait until we put it in standard.
It's like, it's good like that. If mommy is in the car, she won't tell you go too fast.
Yeah, so we can put it into standard, Aldo. Driving, standard. Hee. It seems the indicator doesn't seem to turn off, which is a pain. So I've indicated, but I'll just stop it. No, it goes one way or the other way. You can't stop the indicator. How do you stop the indicator on a Model 3? But it's quiet. When you accelerate, it's quiet, don't you think, Aldo?
Yeah, it is.
And my foot wasn't even to the floor. That's crazy.
But this is a pain.
Yeah, I'll just stop it.
This is a real pain.
I don't know how to stop the indicator.
A joke.
Check on the internet how to stop the indicator on the Model 3. Yeah, this is really annoying, this indicator. You're on the motorway, you hear a bit of wind noise. When you're accelerating, you don't get that acceleration you get with a petrol or diesel car. But apart from that, I don't find it much quieter. Do you, Aldo? Perhaps I don't know. It's a bit quieter, I guess.
Wait a minute.
You do get quite a lot of wind noise in this car. It's definitely true. But the steering feels really precise. It feels really nice, the steering. But the acceleration speed is slightly scary. I have no idea what my consumption is in kilowatts or any of that. I have no idea how to use it, so I can't tell you. All I know is it's saying we've got 86% battery left. We haven't gone very far. I don't even know if we've got a tripometer on it. We don't know how to use it really. So let's slow down to 60 or 50. So once we get through here, so it's got 3 thirds, so if that's okay. No, that's not even flooring it. It's amazing. I think the acceleration is probably a bit too much. I think the short range, we're not even flooring it out there, and it just goes up to like over 120 straight away. So I can't get rid of the indicator. Perhaps if I put it in, right, it's driving on its own now apparently, is it? Is it self-driving or not? I think.
Not sure.
Or is it just cruise control? No, it's not self-driving. So if I press it twice. Self-driving at 1, 2. It don't seem to be self-driving at the moment. No. It's on cruise control, it's not self. To undo it, you'll do it like that. That's really hard to keep to the speed limit in this car, really hard. You just put your foot on the accelerator slightly and it goes. So you really do need it in cruise control or something. But I don't think it's in automatic. He said it would be. It's because I move it, won't it? If I let go.
Please keep your hands on the wheel.
So I am. It's turning it for me, but it seems like it's going a bit wide. But this is a very steep slope on the motorway. That's really annoying me, this indicator. Did you find out to turn it off on Model 3 Aldo? Yeah, check.
Yeah, but I'm checking, that's a problem.
Oh, so now because I've deactivated it now, it's only in cruise, so the second lane here.
You try just a small pulse.
Oh, that's it. It's a small way up, so we realised how to do it. But it's slightly annoying. It's not as intuitive as on a normal car. This is just adaptive cruise control now. It's not steering. Just really want to slow down so I can accelerate. You see, it's picking up the lorries and everything. It's slightly unnerving the first time you use automatic pilot, I think. But now it's not on it. Right, if I do again. The night steering, and these roads in Portugal are very bendy, these motorways, and you see it's steering for me. I have to slightly turn the steering wheel so it knows I'm there. I got the feeling if we just go all down the motorway it's going to be boring.
But does it follow the GPS on the road?
It follows, the cameras follows the road.
Yeah,
not GPS. And this is just autopilot. There's like an advanced one where it drives you places, where this one, no, it just keeps you inside the lines, I think.
Yeah, that's what he told us.
Yeah, we haven't got the advanced one. It's just one where it keeps you inside the lines, I think. So it's a bit like, what is it, automatic traffic on the Volkswagen. Traffic assist, that's it. I think it's similar to Volkswagen traffic assist. So it's keeping us in the lines. But it seems to track a bit towards that line for my liking. I'll be a bit more in the middle. What do you think, Aldo? It's doing it on its own now.
It's okay.
It's okay, yeah. It's driving better than me. That's the problem. But it's at these corners, you just start getting a bit worried.
It's comfortable.
So far. We'll see when we get in the Algarve how comfortable it is. But it seems comfortable.
I really thought the noise. I'm not really impressed by it.
I'm not very impressed by the noise.
Yeah, I would have expected some kind of world of quiet. It's not. You still have the noise.
Yes. This is quite noisy. We were expecting it quieter. I'm going to take off autopilot because I've heard when you get road things like this, traffic works, the autopilot doesn't work very well. We don't want to crash into bollards. They probably will work fine, but we're going to slow down now if these traffic works and I'm in control of the car again, which I prefer, to be honest. So yeah, I've got the feeling the ID.3 will be quieter with less wind noise. That's what everybody says. But apart from that, to me, it sounds more or less like a petrol or diesel car. Perhaps a little bit quieter, but not much. Not remarkably slow. It only seems quiet on acceleration, when you go for deep acceleration, where it'd be noisier on a petrol or diesel, but just driving on the motorway, it seems about the same noise levels. There seems to be quite a lot of wind coming from here and here. But the hardest thing I find so hard, it's very hard to keep within the speed limit unless you're on cruise control. Because you just touch the pedal and you're off like a rocket. So I'm trying to do 80 now, which is fine. It's good. The accelerator's nice because if you just press it lightly, you just go along lightly. It doesn't do this mad acceleration, so it's quite a nice calm car to drive, and you don't have to do this mad acceleration. Once you put it down a bit more, it goes crazy. Now, has it got automatic lights on? I don't even know if the lights will come on the car.
You didn't explain us.
Auto lights.
There, just look at that.
Oh, it's got the lights on automatically. Oh, that's okay then. But so far, I'm very impressed with the car. What's your first opinion, Aldo?
It's just different from everything so you've got space at the back, the seats are comfortable.
Yeah.
I like this wooden thing.
Yeah, it looks very nice. It's wooden thing. It's very open here, isn't it? You get a very good view. I don't know if you can see the mountains now, but you get a very good view from here.
It's almost like you're in your living room with your furniture and your TV on it.
Yeah, that's it. I keep finding myself looking over here for this speed thing. I'd rather have it in the mid. I'd rather have just a simple number thing in the middle, to be honest. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but personally, I find I keep looking over there. And it's so easy on this thing to go over the speed limit. It'd be nice to have it here.
You'll tell that all this plastic.
What I didn't like was the entrance to the boot.
The boot is huge.
Yeah, it's huge, but the entrance to it is small.
Yeah, but it's still huge.
Yeah. And we're already down to 82%, Aldo. Do you think we'll make it to the Algarve? But we're going to charge on the way, because if we don't charge on the way, we only get to the other one with 10%. And as we've never driven an electric car before, we prefer to get there, the one in the Algarve with a bit more than 10%, because we're going to charge at a supercharger a bit before. Probably just for 10 minutes or something, just to see. Every time you put your foot off the accelerator, you really feel the car doing regeneration. It's a bit unsettling to start with. I think it takes a bit of getting used to. So you're used to a car coasting when you take the foot off, but it's really sensitive, this indicator stick, it's horrible. And then you have to press it again, but very lightly or very quickly.
Yeah, but normally you just have to press lightly and it gives you 3...
Yeah, but if you have to press really lightly. If you just like do a light touch, it's not enough, you have to do like really light and quick, like a feather touch. So let's just try it. It's just crazy. And I'm not even putting my foot to the floor. You see, I'm not even putting my foot to the floor, it's just crazy, the acceleration. So probably a standard range plus with a bit slower acceleration is more than enough. More than enough. I mean, a performance, I don't even know why you'd get a performance. It just must be crazy. A 460 horsepower, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bit more than your Renault Megane, would you say, Aldo?
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more. So we rented this car, and it's well worth to rent this car for a day. If you're thinking of buying one, rent one for a day first before buying it. See if it suits you, go places, rent it 1 or 2 days, whatever, a week, before buying it. Somehow it increased the air conditioning to my arm, because I'm getting my arm burnt here. You can direct it sort of onto this arm.
Like that?
Yeah, yeah, and a little bit higher. The sun's coming in and burning my arm.
Fresher.
Well, just a bit more fan, yeah, a bit more fan. Don't need to be fresher, just a bit higher. Yeah.
Is that okay? Is that
Yeah.
good like that? Or
Yeah.
a bit more? And do it more.
No, it was good like that. A bit lower, but yeah, that's good. What percentage does it say we're going to arrive at the charger at? 55%. So we're probably... So we're going to go to this first charger, even with 55%. It's a bit high to be charging the car, but we're a bit unsure. So we're just probably going to charge it to get to like 80% or even less. Probably just charge it for 10 minutes or something. So now there's a car in front, and hopefully it's all with the adaptive cruise control. I'm steering, it's not an autopilot, so it does increase, yeah, that's right. So it's increasing now as we go past this car. I just get the feeling it's very comfortable and very easy to drive on the motorway, and we're just going to get bored if we spend all day driving on the motorway. So I think definitely we have to come off and try it on some normal roads to see what it's like in terms of comfort and everything. One thing I really don't like, and it's the same on the back doors when you're in the back seat passenger, is you have to press a button to open the door. I'd rather have a handle. It's probably something you just get used to. It's a bit strange to have a button. What do you think of the button on the door instead of a door handle?
I have to get used to it.
Yeah, I think it's just getting used to it.
It's still the same. Once you get used to it, then you just don't notice it anymore.
But it's probably a good idea, because it probably is less weight, a button, so they save weight and money. But the roof is really nice, isn't it? Especially when in the back. What I don't like is this here. It's too high for me. On my Cactus, the armrest here on the left hand side is too high for me. I don't like it. On my Cactus it was about here, which was perfect. Here it's either a bit too low for me or it's too high. I prefer it in the middle, but I'm just being fussy. Low it's okay. This side is fine.
Well, you can also put your seat a little bit higher.
Oh yeah, perhaps if I put my seat higher. Yeah, perhaps because I like a low seating position. That's why I'm not an SUV fan. I like to be sat on the road. Yeah, I'm getting used to the indicators now, so I know how to turn them on and off. It's just I don't think in my car I have to turn them on and off, really. Well, I don't have a car at the moment, so I sold it. See those flamingos there, or storks? They're flamingos, look. See them out of 3 flamingos flying over the bridge. There's more flamingos over there. Yeah, it's really hard to control the speed on this car unless you use cruise control. But really, apart from the acceleration, I don't feel like I'm driving an electric car. I think it's because of the noise. So that's an automatic pilot, so it's doing everything now. I'm just lightly holding the wheel. You can let go of the wheel, perhaps, not really. I can feel the steering wheel moving slightly. I don't know why it's flashing blue. What does that mean? I have to apply a slight turn, that's why. Just slightly turn it. It still keeps on autopilot. It's not just touching it, you have to slightly turn it. Yeah, it seems to be doing well on autopilot. It's probably driving a little bit different. It seems to be getting a bit closer to this than I would. We're just hogging the middle lane at the moment. Shall we move over to the left hand side? So I put the indicator on, it disengages the autopilot. So really this is not the full autopilot system. I'm getting used to that now. So we can put it back in autopilot. I'm still a bit wary of it, to be honest, Aldo. I don't feel 100% safe.
Well, I don't catch the point if you have to touch your steering wheel each 30 seconds.
Yeah, but you could just do one hand like this, I suppose. So this hand you can do what you like with it. But I think the thing is, after 50 kilometres of doing this, you'll get so used to it that you won't be very alert. I think that's the danger with it. And then if there is an issue, you're not alert enough to solve the problem. Everybody says electric cars feel heavy. I don't feel it's heavy. Do you? It seems like pretty normal to me.
1 ton 8.
Yeah, it's 1 ton 8. Yeah, it's very heavy. But we haven't really been throwing it around corners either, so we've only really been in the town and on the motorway. Yes, every so often, it's like, yeah, this is a bit too sensitive. It told me to give it a slight turn. I give it a slight turn, but my slight turn was too much, so it's taken us out of autopilot. Oh look, we can race that. It's an AMG Mercedes. So now I'm out of autopilot. So it tells you to turn it slightly, but if your slight turn is too much, it takes it automatically out of autopilot. So yeah, it seems the car's a bit sensitive. Same with the indicator, same with the steering wheel. Yeah. So just on automatic cruise now. It's quite boring, to be honest. And I'm steering it. Yeah, I'll put myself back in charge using this autopilot. Another issue with the autopilot is it keeps doing this bing bong noise all the time, and that's quite annoying. You see, autopilot, notice, look, autopilot, you put it on. You see, it makes this bing bong.
Yeah.
Keep your hands on the steering wheel. In a minute, it's going to do it again. It's big, we keep going along, cruise control, but you see, it did this, I don't know why it did that, See, to make a lot of noise, you know, this bing bong, this whatever that's for. So now deaccelerating, and we need to get down to 60. You decelerate really quickly. It's really like putting on hard brakes. So I'm trying to keep under 60. It's quite hard to do.
Oh.
My foot wasn't even to the floor there, Alda, and your head went back. My foot wasn't even to the floor there, and your head went back. No, so we tried.
I lost the telephone from my hand.
Yeah. So I'm going to put in autopilot again. I'm going to tell you what I mean about this bib bib. So when we put in it goes bib bib, and now we're going to listen to where it says bib bib again. I mean, it's not a high pitched noise, so it's not too bad, but it is going bib bib. Or not, will it go bib bib? Plus I don't do anything now. It's going to be completely silent now. See, it's telling me because I have to hold it. So yeah, when I do hold it, there's the bib bib, but then it's taken it out of auto control because I wasn't slight enough in holding it. I put too much pressure on it. Yeah, so I mean, if you've got a child or something sleeping in the back of the car, which is the case for me, this beep beeps all the time may be annoying. Why don't we try the stereos?
Cruise control will not brake.
Cruise control will not brake. It will not brake. Oh, because it's a normal cruise control, not adaptive. I don't know what that means. Why don't we put Spotify on and try the sound? So you're going to try Spotify. Obviously you won't be able to hear the Spotify bit because otherwise we'll be breaking copyright laws on YouTube. But we're going to hear it and then we'll tell you if the sound is good or not. So see how good the speakers are. They must be pretty good in this car. So now we're going to get on to some other roads. So we go to Supercharging. It said we had to drive at 55%. It comes at 56%.
But it's funny, we have to get out of the motorway to...
Yeah, that's the problem with the superchargers. If you're on the motorway, you have to get out of it. If you're off the motorway, you have to get into it. So yeah, in Portugal, I think there's none on the motorway. You always have to get off the motorway for superchargers, which can make it a little bit more expensive because to come in and out of the motorway, you have to pay for the motorway, so probably to come in or out. It's a bit of a pain.
Because it seems to me there's some superchargers in some French motorways.
Yeah, perhaps in France and Portugal not.
Not sure, but not sure.
I think in some countries they have them on motorways and others not. But I think Portugal still has to improve its supercharger network. Still doesn't have that many. Anyway, let's see.
Well, when you think it's not as bad as that to have them out of the motorways, means people living here will have to take the motorway to go and charge it.
Yeah, but people who live here, they won't use supercharger because they charge at home.
Wow.
So after going 300 metres, that's quicker than us, probably. Towards Avenida Serramago. It must be this one here, no?
Yeah, but it's
This
strange
one?
because it's still...
I guess it's this road here.
Yeah, it's not this one.
I hope, yeah.
It's bad oriented, no? Shouldn't be in the way of driving.
It's north-south orientated. Plus there's a way to change it. Oh, like that. Yeah, that's easier. Yeah, so there must be a
It's
way.
less confusing like that.
Yeah, I've put it on cruise control because so I can do 60 in this thing. But I ain't on cruise control. But not to that speed. God almighty, I put it on cruise control, it changes to 90. Start increasing, there's police everywhere. God almighty. This is not easy to drive at this speed in the Model 3. Now, police everywhere. That's the problem with these national roads, they're full of police.
Really?
Yeah, much more so than the motorway. For speeding, so you have to be more careful here than on the motorway for speeding. Oh, it's here somewhere, it's near. Look, it's in 300 metres. Let's look for supercharged sign.
In the Gulf? No.
No, it's in the restaurant, not the Galp.
Huh?
It's in the restaurant, not the Galp. This restaurant here could be 180 metres. Look for supercharger, restaurant. Yeah, I know, but it's 70 metres. Plus it's here. Oh, it's over there, I see it.
Yeah.
It's already got a few cars here, look. There's already a few Teslas here. And we're exactly at 55% like it predicted from the beginning. It's absolutely amazing, this, for charging. Now we need a Model 3 charger because apparently they're different. Does it tell us which one it is? Oh, he said use the higher one, didn't he?
Yeah.
First we go around there and use this one down there. So we're going to put it, there's some rough road here. We're doing off-roading in the Model 3 now to get to the charger. We don't want it next to another one. But it's quite busy. I'm surprised how many cars are here, to be honest. They're all Portuguese. Yeah, they're all Portuguese Teslas. Yeah, now, this camera, I'm really not used to this camera here.
Yeah.
I'm going slowly. Well, that's good. They won't let you hit the charger because they've got like a plastic thing. I really don't like these reversing cameras. I really can do without them. I really find them more difficult to use because I'm probably not used to it, but it seems I don't want it getting too close to this thing here now. I'm the worst Tesla driver ever. I've got a camera. Am I lined up to it this time? I'm not going to hit it because I don't want to scratch these wheel hubs because they seem expensive. As we fit it now.
Right.
So now we put it in park, do we? Oh no, we have to press this button here. That's good. Does it tell us how many chargers are available? Apparently it's meant to, isn't it? But the man showed us this morning. Didn't he say you had to press some button? I can't remember which one it was.
Just to press there.
Oh yeah, so there are only 3 available. So 8.
Isn't it enough?
Yeah, I know, but I was expecting them to be empty. I was expecting to have more available. So it looks like there are a lot of people charging at Teslas. So there's 5 being used and 3 available.
Soon it will be a problem.
Yeah, they need more charging points. I mean, there's other charging networks in Portugal, but today we can then use Supercharger network because we've only got the card for Supercharger network. We don't have any others. The Supercharger network is better because it's much quicker. Yeah, of course it's Tesla. Yeah, go on. Yeah. So it's gated. They don't let anybody in. They let us in. I'm sure if we came in my wife's Saxo, they wouldn't let us in. What do you think? You see?
They might think it's these little golf cars, you know.
Yeah. A golf car looks better than a Saxo. So we're going to a gated private community where normally they would never let us in, but because we're in a Tesla, they let us in. So we have to go left here, just over there.
Nice to view.
Yeah, it's nice view, you see. Oh, look at all this nice house at this golf course.
Houses.
Oh, isn't it nice to be rich? We can have a little house here on a golf course in a gated community. Yeah, it's up here. So we have to get them as far away from the other ones as possible. Otherwise,
they did the same.
because when the 2 use the same, they're slower. But no, it'll have to be over there. We'll have to park next to him, we have no choice. Yes, we've arrived here with 20%. It's charging at 103 kilowatts. There's lots of Teslas here. So we've just charged up to 80% in 30 minutes. And we've had lunch. So everything's perfect. Extremely quick charging here. And let's go. Everyone says how uncomfortable the car is, but you don't really feel these things in the road, do you? Yeah, just talk rubbish. But really, you see hardly anything out of the back window. When I click the indicator, it doesn't always seem to work. Just have to push it harder. Two Saxos.
One hasn't moved for long.
This was on the country lanes, and we will see how quick we're charged now. We get something to drink. This will be the last charge of today before we give the car back. So we stayed at this charger for 25 minutes until the car was 80%, and then I decided to drive home. So when I got home, I showed the car to some friends, my wife and my family, and we drove it round a bit more because we didn't have to take the car back until 7 p.m. So overall, the car was absolutely phenomenal. We got the car around 10:30 in the morning. We drove to the Algarve. The first stop was 15 minutes. The stop in the Algarve was 30 minutes. We drove then back to that stop again for another 25 minutes. And then we drove to my home. We took it for a spin around my home, and we took it back to Lisbon at 7 p.m. in the evening. We did over 700 kilometers in that time, and at no point did I feel range anxiety. At no point did we feel we had to drive the car slowly to get to the next charger, and we have actually arrived in Lisbon with 45% of the battery left. When I showed it my wife, she said, why are we getting the ugly ID.3 when the Tesla is so much more beautiful? She refused to go in it because she said if she got in it, we would be buying the car. So now we're going to make a decision whether we keep the ID.3 or go for the Model 3 Short Range Plus. So now we have the part of the episode that everybody has been waiting for, and that is Poppy, the saber-toothed tiger kitten. And we also have another special guest, my daughter. What is your name?
Kalina.
And Poppy said something as well. So we've got my daughter here because she's got her own YouTube channel, which is much more interesting than this boring EV journey channel. So what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Caca Moustique Adventures.
Yes, that's right, Caca Moustique Adventures. So my daughter, she writes and she illustrates her own stories and she reads them on YouTube. And they're a lot of fun and they're very exciting. And if you've got children, they will certainly love them. Which languages do you currently read the stories in?
In Portuguese, French and English.
So currently you have more stories in Portuguese. You've only got one in French and English, but you're going to add more in French and English, aren't you? So what are the characters in Caca Moustique Adventures?
Well, we've got Caca Moustique, Big Penny, the Snake and the Friends.
So I'm going to put the link below to Caca Moustique Adventures. If you've got children or you know people with children...
Moustique.
Caca Moustique Adventures. If you've got friends with children, if you have children, share the videos. There's more coming out in English and French, and there's more coming out in Portuguese. They're a lot of fun. My favourite episode so far is Caca Moustique in ancient Greece. Who are the other characters you have in ancient Greece?
Like the Minotaur. I've got the Minotaur. Poppy.
So...
Poppy is not a saber-tooth kitten. It's just a kitten.
Okay. So anyway, click subscribe on EV Journey if you like boring YouTube videos. If you like exciting, fun videos, please click on Caca Moustique Adventures in the link below. You'll definitely enjoy them, and click subscribe to them as well. So I'm going to give you my full opinion of...
And click like as well.
Yes, so click like as well. So I'm going to give you my full opinion about the Tesla Model 3, if I'm going to keep my order for the ID.3 or if I'm going to change it to Tesla Model 3 in the next episode. Please click subscribe below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I did in making it. Thank you and bye.
Bye bye. Say bye, Poppy. Bye bye.